How's it going, everyone? Famine52 back again, and in today's episode we are continuing on with Final Fantasy XIII. Let's get going.
Great spot to watch from.
The whole gang's here tonight.
How'd that happen?
Don't know. Destiny?
More like dumb luck.
Let's go find him.
Oh, excuse me.
See you around.
You know.
No, but I want to.
You just missed her. She said she'd be at the usual place.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. Now, who'd you say you were looking for?
Here goes. Making a wish?
Maybe I was. I was hoping that tomorrow I can tell my sister. She'll be so mad, knowing I hid it from her.
Don't worry. I'll take the blame for you. You know, you should ask for something bigger. These are wish-granting fireworks, like in the stories.
Stories, huh? The sea who fulfill their focus, they become crystal and gain eternal life.
Would help if they gave you some clue about what you're supposed to do. We'll figure this thing out. You will never be one of those monsters.
So what will I be? A crystal?
Yesterday at the store, I got us something. Don't know much about jewelry, but I hope you like it. I will stand by you, no matter what happens. I'm yours forever. Sarah. My one, my only. Will you marry me?
Yes.
She said yes! Gotta love these fireworks. They granted my wish.
Your wish?
Before I asked you to marry me, I wished that you would say yes.
Then maybe they'll grant mine, too.
What's that?
To have the courage to tell Lightning that I've become a lassie.
Hey, our engagement is way bigger news. Oh, man, I can't wait to see her face. She'll be my new sister.
Yeah. Hey, Snow?
Yeah. That was close.
Gorgeous. Our own private heaven.
All we need. Just you and me.
Thank you, Snow.
Sarah!
Is this for real?
This must be Lake Bresha? I guess we fell from up there. And the lake turned to crystal?
Help me out here. I mean, did the Foul Sea do this? How in the world did we end up here?
How should I know?
We're alive. How?
Sarah! No one survives a fall from that high. Not without a miracle. Sarah saved us!
Sarah, listen. It's all your fault. She got...
Hey, 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 hey! Watch out!
What did I just do?
You used magic. You used the power of the sea. The Foul Sea cursed us. We're the sea now.
Right.
Alright, so after those opening cutscenes that actually took quite a bit of time, we are now back in control of our characters, and we are actually a whole hell of a lot stronger than we were before. This tutorial is trying to teach us how to use the paradigms. We'll go over that here in a little bit. But the most important thing to realize right now, if you look next to Lightning's name, you see that COM, and the Snow and Vanille, you see that RAV. We have now unlocked the leveling system of this game, if you will, the job system, if you will. COM stands for Commander, RAV stands for Ravager. We'll go over what those do here in a second, but just be aware that we now have the ability to level up, as well as use magic. So let's go ahead and get going. As you can see, these guys are getting staggered relatively quickly. And if we pull up this, we can see that they have a weakness to fire, ice, lightning, water, and wind, which is good to know. Because if we pull up this screen, we can see that we have a couple of different, or two different paradigms that we can switch to right now. We're not going to right now because we don't need to, but the paradigms are basically our jobs. And after this next cutscene, I will go ahead and go over what those are.
So we really are l'Cie.
Looks like it.
You too?
Yep. Right here.
Okay.
Let's see to the last. Why me? I don't even know you. But you have to go and attack that thing? Just leave me alone. It's your fault. It's your fault, You could have. All of this is your and Sarah's fault.
Watch it!
Sorry.
Everything is gonna be all right. You'll see. Come on. Off we go.
And there we get a trophy.
Yep.
And we're about to get a little tutorial. Let's go ahead and let that spawn real quick. We might actually need to walk forward a little bit for it to spawn. Let's make sure we don't have any treasure chests back here, which we do not. And then take a few steps down the path that we are supposed to go, and we should get something real quick. A little mini scene, if we will.
Okay, if we don't know our focus, how do we complete it?
I think I saw it.
Saw what?
That is how a focus comes down, people. The Foul Sea, they don't spell it out with clear-cut instructions. All you get is a hazy glimpse. Well, you know, that's what they say. You know, legends and all. You know, legends. Yeah.
Did you see anything?
I just... It's all kind of foggy, but I saw this big, towering...
What? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Do we all have the same dream?
Ragnarok.
So, we all saw the same dream. We all heard that same voice.
You mean that was our focus? But how are we supposed to know what to do from that?
That's the tricky part. The dream's the only hint the Foul Sea gives us. Figuring out what to do with it, that's our job.
Okay. We're Pulse l'Cie, right? Enemy's a Cocoon. So, does that mean that our focus is... Are we supposed to...
Save her.
Say what?
Our focus is to protect Cocoon.
Really? Okay. And why's that?
Sarah told us. Let's do it. We're all in this together. I'm gonna look for Sarah. She ought to be nearby.
I'll come too! Wait!
Jeez. Yeah, that boy can't stay still.
Really?
Alright, so now that we have our battle team together, we get our little Crystarium tutorial, and we're not going to view it. Basically, what the Crystarium is, it is a kind of linear version of the sphere grid from Final Fantasy X. We can see here that for Lightning, we have the Commando role as well as the Ravager role, and we can see down in the bottom left that there's a kind of a sphere counter, if you will. Let's go ahead and click on Ravager real quick, and as you can see, we have these little nodes that we can get through, and the more we get through, the more leveled up our character is. And then, actually, nope. Let's go ahead and take a look at the commando role. Yeah, you can see going through it, we get various little buffs, like strength +4, +20 HP, an ability called Life Siphon. This is actually a pretty good ability. And then, yeah, power chain, all that sort of stuff. And every character that we get through the game is going to have at least 3 of these as their main focus crystariums. A few characters get a few more, and then a little bit later in the game we get a lot more per character. Let's go ahead and level up Lightning a little bit. As you can see, we've ran out right there. Let's go ahead and head over to Snow so that we can take a look at what happened real quick. Snow, as you can see, has Commando, Ravager, and Sentinel. Let's go ahead and start him off on Sentinel. So here we are at Provoke. This is, if we just tap A, we will come back to our active node, I guess, if you want. And then we can go over to like the next available node. And if we hover over it on the bottom, we can see how much Crystarium points, or CP, is going to be needed to get to the next level. Right now we have 0 out of 40. And if we look under Snow's name in his little card, you can see that we have 101 CP, so we can very easily get Fringe Ward. So let's go ahead and go back to Provoke and just hold A, and we will go right there. And we have 61 more points. So let's go ahead and take a look at his Ravager roll. Right now we could try to get some HP, or we could try to get some magic. Let's go ahead and get some AP or some HP. So in order to do that, let's go ahead and hold down the A button, and then just kind of flick the stick towards the HP node, and there we go. We unlocked it right there. And now, because the only one that we have available is the magic node, if I hold down A, it will go directly to it. But it's going to take 40 CP to get there, and we only have 21, so we'll only get about halfway there. There's no harm in using our CP to get halfway there. Doesn't harm us at all. Let's go ahead and head on over to Vanille. I guess I should probably go over a couple of these real quick. So the commando role is going to be your physical attacker. It's going to be the one that helps us keep enemies staggered from going down. It's going to be doing the most physical damage, and our commandos are going to be people like Saz, Lightning, and Snow. Ravager is going to be our elemental damage dealers, so Lightning, Fire, Ice. Then there's a couple more that I can't think of right now. I believe everybody in the game gets access to the Ravager role and like has niche spells that they learn, so we're not really going to worry about that too much. And then coming over here to Snow, we can see that he has again Commando and Ravager, and then he has this this other Crystarium tree right here called Sentinel. Sentinel is basically the team's bodyguard. As we enter Sentinel, he will basically provoke the enemy, and all attacks that deal single target damage will go to him, and all attacks that do party damage will still target the whole party, but will do significantly less damage to everyone. So this makes Snow into our little tank. And then over here on Vanille, we of course have that Ravager role, and then we have the Medic role. Medic is of course your white mage role. So we have things like Cure, Libra. Eventually we get higher level cures at Isuna and stuff like that. Right now Saz only has Ravager, so we don't need to worry about that. But if we look here on Hope, you see this Synergist role, and Synergist is your party buff person. So we have Protect, we have Shell, we have Brave, Haste, all of those sort of things that we will eventually be getting. So yeah, everybody in the game has their own designated role that they are kind of supposed to stay in for a little bit. So let's go ahead and use some of our CP to level up Medic for Vanille. And of course, all we have is Ravager for Saz. And then, because it's unique, let's go ahead and dump some Synergist for Hope. Okay. And then, the way that we go through these in combat is they're called paradigms. And you could shift your paradigm throughout battle. I like to set my own. So let's go ahead and set up a second one here that is going to be Commando Ravager. That's going to be called Aggression. Then let's set up a third one that is Ravager. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and make our third one Commando Ravager as well. That's a little bit higher gameplay from my understanding, but for those of you that understand what I'm doing there, you know what I'm doing. For those of you that don't, trust me, it will make sense later. And then for our fourth one, let's go ahead and set up Ravager Sentinel Medic. That's going to be, we're still dealing damage, we're taking less damage, and we're healing as we go. And then let's go ahead and do Ravager for Tri-Disaster. And then for the last one, I could do Ravager Medic if I want. I could do Ravager or Commando Sentinel Medic. I could do a couple things. I'm going to go ahead and just do a second Tri-Disaster just to keep things in line. Right now, I don't really think we need more than one medic role. But if we end up needing more than one a little bit later, then we'll go ahead and change that out. And did we get any new inventory items? Any more weapons or anything? Oh yeah, the Doctor's Code. So this is an item that is only effective on the party leader. It doubles the restorative effect of potions, not magic. So it will only work on your party leader. But I don't want to lose a Iron Bangle on, I don't want to lose the accessory that I currently have on Snow or on Lightning, so we're going to go ahead and just leave that unequipped for right now. And then really nothing new here. And then we have Sarah's tier here in our key items list, tier that she cried before she finally turned fully into crystal.
We need to find a way out of here. We can worry about everything else later.
Alright, and let's go ahead and continue on the path. This very crystalline, icy path. I know it's supposed to be crystal, but it looks very cold. Let's go ahead and head down here real quick. There's a lot of dudes here. Alright, and now that we do have our Crystarium abilities, we now have 3 ATB gauges with lightning, which is very cool. And as you can see, with the use of magic, we are just kind of cutting through everyone. Oh, and another thing that the Ravager class is good at is building the stagger gauge of your enemies. Even if your enemies do not take full magic or elemental damage, you will still be doing a lot more stagger gauge damage with magic than you will be with physical attacks. So we just got a piece of equipment for Vanille, and it increases her magic while decreasing her strength, and she, for quite a long time, is no longer going to be doing any physical attacks, so let's go ahead and put that on her. And move on down the corridor. Yeah, so the amount of power that we're able to get at this point in the game is very limited, but it's a fair enough taste that I feel like it does future things a little justice. And we got our preemptive strike, very nice. Ooh, with all the flying gas and ghouls. Yeah, and as you can see, even though we are a physical attack class with Ravager doesn't necessarily mean that that's all that we can do. We do indeed have a fire, or not fire, a magic blast that we can throw out. It is called Ruin. It deals non-elemental damage, and it's just basically a way for our commandos to hit freestanding in or flying enemies, I should say. Anyway, jump up the cliff right here. Open this up for 7 chipped fangs.
It's a lot of enemies.
Where? I don't see any. I don't see any enemies.
Show me what you got.
Anyway, moving on forward. Jump across this.
Yeah.
And I believe we're about to get ambushed.
This just might work.
Okay, not quite yet, but anyway, let's go ahead and
cursed, but it
around
makes
here.
it stronger, doesn't it?
Getting
What's to stop us from putting
200
it to
gil.
good use?
I mean, this area, like for a PS3 and Xbox 360 game, this really does look gorgeous.
We fight it! Ragnarok! That's the reason we're Lassie. To stop it. To keep Cocoon safe.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason to believe that? One reason.
Sarah. She said to protect Cocoon. And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians. To defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense.
What the hell it does? You're grasping at straws, son. Post fal'Cie are Cocoon's enemies. We just got recruited by one of them. If I were a betting man, I'd put us on the other side.
13-2 does
So
claim that
Sarah's
you're a
an
betting
enemy
man.
too? Well, I don't buy it. We have the power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
Freeze! Place your hands behind your heads! You fall off the purge train?
Maybe.
Or are you talking back to me? Huh? Huh?
Nice gun.
Stop her! Freeze!
Chidori! Alright, so this is going to be talking about command tutorials. So basically, here, let's go ahead and take a look. We currently have access to Libra, and if we were to Libra, it would show us basically this page filled out. But as you can see, we already have this page filled out. We don't really need to worry about it. But if you're going up against an enemy that is really tough, Libra will let you know what sort of things that enemy is strong against, what sort of things that enemy is weak against. And generally speaking, as long as it is a known weakness or a known strength, the AI is smart enough in this game to know what it can and can't use against particular enemies, as long as it is unlocked in this little enemy dossier section. Oh, no, I did not mean to do Libra. So let's go ahead and just attack real quick. But yeah, now that we have magic, these human enemies, at least for right now, are going to fall really easily. Something else that I didn't point out before. This screen now has how much Crystalline points we gain. That's basically our experience points. And then if you see that yellow bar underneath Lightning's name with the TP5, that is our technical points. If we were to have used Libra right there, that would have gone down by 1 bar. And we gain TP as we're going through battles. and we just kind of gain it naturally. But it does take quite a while to regain if you use all of your technical points.
I thought they'd be tougher than that. This guy's a psychom, yeah? Supposed to be cream of the crop.
Yeah, but PSICOM's an anti-pulse task force. They haven't fought a war in centuries. Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular old soldier that's got more training than special forces.
Nothing for us Lassie to be afraid of.
Cut the crap. Their grunts might be green, but PSICOM's elites are cold-blooded beasts. They hit the field and it's game over.
Uh-oh. Then let's run away. Ciao!
Hey, wait!
Vanille, we need to get you a healthier way of dealing with your problems.
What's a man to do?
Alright, after that battle, I don't think that we have any sort of chest up here that we can take a look at. Yeah, no, there's nothing up here. So let's go ahead and continue on down the frozen lake, or crystalline lake, whatever you want to call
I
it.
wonder what happened to everyone else.
And we have some more enemies up here. So let's go ahead and take care of them. And I can get a blitz off, so let's go ahead and do that. And I mean, we're still fighting, at least for right now, the same enemies as before. But now that it's not just attack, 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 there's like some magic stuff going on in the background. For some reason, this does not feel as monotonous to me. And I just, I enjoy the fact that we have battle options now. Anyway, in this chest we have, somehow, 5 seed tears. I don't know who put them in the chest, but that is what it is. Come along down here. And don't go to the Crystarium every time you finish a battle. There's really no point. At least here in the beginning, I recommend saving up a couple hundred CP before you just jump into the Crystarium.
That doesn't look good.
Okay. So these guys right here, these are... They look small, and they are small, but they actually can hit really hard. So I'm actually going to go ahead and use Libra on these guys, just so we know what to hit them with. Because they hit really hard. And if they gang up on us, it's going to be game over real fast. So using Libra right there, we can now see that they have a weakness to fire and lightning. And they have water damage. Which is very nice. So let's go ahead and take these guys out to the best of our abilities. Let's go ahead and switch to Entourage real quick, so that Snow will absorb some damage, and Vanille will heal up lightning for us. And one more round, and we should be good to go. And then aggression. So sometimes when you switch your paradigm, you will get a full paradigm bar or a full ATB bar. Doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes you will. Like right there as an example. And let's go ahead and switch to Try Disaster to take out these last two, because we know that they are going to be weak to things that we can throw at them. And do you see how fast his stagger gauge is going down once we start affecting it? If we were to switch here and then get a physical attack in before he staggered, that gauge would have stabilized a little bit better, and it would have gone down a lot slower. Alright. Now moving on down here. Whenever you're looking at your map and you see a clump of enemies, chances are there's going to be a treasure chest down there. So always go off the beaten path. Because you never know what you might find. And can I blitz and stagger all of you? Nope. What about on the second round? Still did not stagger all of you. That's perfectly fine. Although let's go to try disaster because we should be able to take care of some things. Nope. Okay. Let's go ahead and just take care of the staggered one. And then back to the Wilderness Assault to stabilize stagger gauges. Especially on this last one. Stabilize. And then try disaster to stagger. And one more hit should do it. There we go. Alright. And for our troubles, we are able to collect a silver bangle, which is going to be like the iron bangle, only it's silvered, so it's better. It gives us a plus 100 HP, so an additional 50, as well as physical wall. So let's go ahead and equip that. And then moving on down to the save point. Yeah, I'm really not sure how we survived that fall, by the way. And the game never tries to explain it. From what I could tell, we fell a couple hundred feet. And are perfectly fine. I really have no idea why, so if anybody could explain that to me in the comment section. I know that we are Lassie now, so we in theory are a little bit more tanky. Like, I understand that concept, but we still fell a couple thousand feet. We should be dead.
I might as well make introductions.
Well, let's go ahead and listen to this.
I'm Snow Villiers. Short stuff?
Hope S-time.
What about her?
Bodum Security Regiment. She goes by Lightning. Last name's Farron. First, anybody's guess.
O'Neill.
Saz, Catsroy. Good to meet you.
And after a little meet and greet.
My kids have to get dragged into this.
I'll keep the kids out of trouble.
You're one of them, bud.
Problem with that is, you're one of them.
Hey.
Trying to take on the post-Foul Sea. That was our first mistake. We should have left it to the Sanctum.
Hey!
Why not? I mean, we've counted on the Sanctum's Foul Sea for food, water, everything we've needed since the time we were born.
But you still helped us do it. Why is that? Gotta be something.
There might have been. Not so sure anymore.
What?
Alright, so after the little scene, continue on down. And, without any spoilers, can anybody let me know if we ever actually learn Lightning's first name? Because I legitimately do not remember
Purge survivors.
what her first name is. Anyway, now that we are back in battle, Snow's going to be able to take care of these guys pretty quickly. They have a weakness to ice. And as you can probably guess, with a name like Snow, he's all about ice magic. So, there we go with that. And getting this blitz off should be able to stabilize everyone. Yep.
Just too easy.
There we go. Yeah, so for the most part, if you're fighting just basic enemies, you shouldn't really need to do all that many paradigm shifts, unless something absolutely crazy is happening. They're really more for boss fights than anything else, but it's still nice to have the ability to shift if you so please to. Anyway, going on up here, in this chest we have 50 gil. How much gil do we have now? 780. Alright. Not bad, not bad. Few more wolves right here. I guess they're technically panthers. Same difference. Dead either way in 7 seconds. Alright, and moving on. We have another chest right here. Containing some strange fluid. And this is what I mean right here. We can very easily, of course, just go up here and avoid our enemies right there. But then we would be missing out on that treasure chest. So let's go ahead and hop down here and take out the Psycom to gain a treasure chest. I mean, they're not going to last all that long anyway. So... yeah. Psycom's pushovers right now. But anyway, in the chest we gain a grand total of a Magician's Mark. And what the Magician's Mark does is it increases the user's magic by 20, and here on Vanille it gives her Magic Wall, which just like Physical Wall will negate the first 5 points of any physical damage that she takes. Which doesn't sound like much, but every little bit helps. It's basically an additional 5 HP on any magical hit that hits her. So, pretty useful. And I don't think we have anything back this way. We do not. And we are about to have a boss battle. So go ahead and head into your Crystarium and spend your points however you see fit. I am going to go ahead and try to get Life Siphon. Life Siphon itself is not really necessary right now. Power Chain. Yeah, I don't really need that right now, but we got close. We got within 10. Let's see. For Mr. Snow right here. Your Sentinel is done, correct? Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and do Ravager, finish that off, and hop into Commando. Yeah, Snow's Crystarium is pretty simple, at least for right now. It does open up later in the game. And yeah, let's go ahead and continue on with Medic for Vanille. Yeah, because having extra magic... Strength not so much, but extra magic is definitely a benefit. The water would have been nice. If I had been paying attention, getting water would have been very nice. Oh, well. And we are not going to be using Saz or Hope in this fight, so we don't really need to worry about them. Though, if you still want to keep them up to date, I would go ahead and put... Hope into Synergist, and just Saz only has access to Ravager right now, so no big deal. Hey, who's that?
Sarah.
Sarah! Sarah. I'll get you out of there. Thanks.
This is goodbye.
What? Lightning! You're just gonna leave her?
PSICOM will be here soon. If they find us, we're all dead. You think Sarah'd want that? You think you know how she feels?
If I leave her, then I'll never know. We'll be fine. I can handle anything they throw at us. No one will die. I'll protect Sarah. And Cocoon.
Does she look protected to you?
I can save her!
What can you possibly do?
Whatever it takes!
Ooh, me. You two are hopeless. You just can't admit it. You want to stay as much as he does.
Oh, hello there. You look vaguely familiar.
Huh? Whoa, whoa. No, no! No, no, no! Not now!
Look who's back for round 3.
Hey, stand back! Hey.
Yeah, so this is going to teach us stuff that I've already taught us. Let's go ahead and open this up. As you can see, we have the war mech here again. He is looking quite a bit more damaged from the last time we fought him. But for whatever reason, we do not know his weaknesses or vulnerabilities. So let's go ahead and drop a lever on him. So that's I went down one too far. This attack, if I was prepared for it, I would have actually switched over to Sentinel. But I was too worried about getting this up to do it. But we can now see that he has 32,400 health, as well as a weakness to lightning and water. So yeah, very well. You know what, let's go ahead and switch over to our entourage, so that we can get Vanille healing us from that attack that I wasn't able to block, as well as causing us to take less damage from this attack. And if we can get him staggered real quick, I'll go ahead and switch over to Relentless Aggression. Or try disaster, I mean.
Just stay out of my way.
And switch back to try disaster. And as you can see, that one was loading up. But if we switch back to this one, it should already be full. Yes, it is. So it's every other switch that we do, I should say. So this one should be full. Yes, it is.
Stay sharp.
This one will be down. And this one should be full. And then let's go ahead and switch to Relentless Assault real quick. Just so we have that Ravager damage as well as that Commando, what's it called? You know what I'm trying to say. That Commando stagger gauge stabilization. Let's go ahead and do one more attack round like this so that we heal up. Ooh, and Snow is down. That's not good. So let's go ahead and pick him up with Phoenix down. Because we do not yet have Rise. And then try disaster. Ow. And then switch back to Relentless Assault. Entourage. Yeah, so boss battles in this game are just very much keeping on top of aggro and stagger gauge and your health. They're not really too difficult. There are a few that are pretty difficult. There's like one or two storyline bosses that are pretty hard, and a couple of super bosses that are kind of difficult. And if Snow had not gone unconscious there, we probably would have gotten a 5-star, but I wasn't paying attention, so we did not get the 5 stars, but that's no big deal. And we get a digital circuit, very nice.
You're leaving?
We want to help Sarah too. But without tools, we could be digging for days. The army's on our trail. Now, we gotta keep moving. For now.
So I just abandoned her and saved myself?
What about your focus? What happened to banding together and saving the world? Isn't that what you promised? Now you want to forget it all and die right here? Snow, you're nothing but talk.
Lightning! I'll do whatever it takes. I'll finish this focus and keep Sarah safe. That's my promise.
Great job
That's
so
my
far.
ninja way.
Stay out of trouble.
You do.
Get going.
But
Later.
Okay.
Snow,
Save it for next time, kiddo. You'll get left behind.
but
It's okay, Hope. Light'll take care of you. We'll meet again.
yeah, count on it.
I'll get you out of there.
Count on it.
There are so many cutscenes in this episode that are gonna get copyrighted. Oh
I'm
well.
not happy about leaving the kid on his own, but we gotta keep moving.
Anyway, now we have Saz in our party. Let's go ahead and Crystalline him up. He can only go Ravengers, so this is gonna be pretty straightforward. And we are 21 away from being able to get Flame Strike, which is going to actually be pretty helpful for us. Now, because we do have a new party, that does mean that all of our paradigms have disappeared, so let's go ahead and go through here and switch these up. Let's go ahead and put Commando, Ravenger right there for our Relentless Assault. And then let's go ahead and do another Commando Ravenger. No. Let's do Commando Medic Ravenger. And then let's do Ravenger Medic Ravenger. And then we could round out the rest with a couple Tri-Disasters. Very well, very well. And there's nothing else left for us to do here. If we wanted to, though, we can come up here and watch Snow attempt to dig out Sarah. But he doesn't make all that much progress while we are watching him. So let's go ahead and move on. One more thing I should probably point out right now. Any equipment that we had on Snow is going to stay on Snow for the time being. So just be aware of that. He shouldn't have anything on him that is too needed for anything upcoming anyway, so don't really worry too much about it. But here we have another battle with the frogs. So let's go ahead and take care of them. And everybody should have been hit at least once by the commando. So let's go ahead and go on over to Try Disaster. Actually, we are shifting red, so let's go Thaumaturgy. Get our heals going. Keep Lightning from going unconscious. Because that would be very bad. Alright, now let's go ahead and head up here so that we still have our heals going a little bit, so we can get that commando stabilization in. And then now down to Try Disaster. And he's gone. And I wouldn't normally do this, but because I know how close he is to getting that Flame Strike, I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, just do that right there. Yeah, so now we have Flame Strike with Saz, and that is going to be very helpful here a little bit later. Before we go down to the bottom, though, let's go ahead and head over to this direction, get a chest containing a strange fluid. Very well. Then if we jump down here, we landed right on top of a puppy. Not quite sure how that wasn't a preemptive strike, but it is what it is. Yeah, and as you can see, now that we have magic, these panther enemies are no match for us. Alright, now if you look at our map, you can see that we have a right path over here and a left path. The path that we're supposed to be taking for story is the right path, though if we head down the left path, we actually get a couple of treasure chests that we don't want to miss. So let's go ahead and run down here. Jump off the slippery pipe. And in this first chest, we have 240 gil. And then in the second chest, we have Denna Duel something. Whatever they are actually duelers. That's what they are. They are weapons for Saz here that will increase his magic. Very nice. And do we have anything else that will increase your magic? We do not. Very well. Though we can bring you up a little bit more in health. Yeah, very well, very well. And let's go ahead and head up to that other path that we avoided earlier to continue on with our story progression. And if you look at the map, you'll notice that there is quite a fair bit of red dots over there. So just be prepared for a couple battles. Yeah. Nothing that we shouldn't be able to handle, though. I don't know if you saw that down to the right over there, but there is a side group of enemies that will be having a treasure chest that we'll be able to get for them. So that's very nice. And we actually, they look the same, though we do have new enemies in this little group of battle right here. That is actually going to be these ones right here, the Bloodfang Bass. If we do not kill these guys fast, they will call in backup, so kill them as fast as you possibly can. A couple of blitzes should do it. And they should be, yep, there we go. They should all be down now, we should just be with the regular bass. Which will not be giving us an issue because he is by himself. There we go. Hey, we got a Fortisol. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to the right and down this other little pipe thing to get another little ambush site. If I stay right here, can I get a preemptive? I probably could have if I didn't get stuck on the world. But that's alright. If they call for backup, they call for backup. But we definitely want to take out the Bloodfangs first, which they don't have all that much HP, so it should not be too difficult to do so. And this guy should be dead pretty quick. There we go.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Alright, and let's see what they were guarding, shall we? It's an enigmatic fluid. Very nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and head back to our main path. And, I'm not sure how many of these cutscenes I'm going to have to be cutting out today. So, I do apologize about that. I hope I don't have to cut any out, but I am not holding my breath on that.
Words won't change anything.
I'm sure you could probably find most of the cutscenes online somewhere. But yeah, they're difficult to explain. Basically, the last cutscene that we did, we found Sarah. Lightning and Snow how to fight, and yeah, things went bad. But I honestly have no idea how Snow thinks he's gonna be able to dig Sarah out of her little crystalline tomb all by his lonesome. That has never made sense to me. So, good luck to him, I guess? Anyway, let's go ahead and head up here to this little ship thing. And somehow physically attacking the gun is going to make it fire a couple times, giving us a horde of frogs on the bridge. So let's go ahead and take care of our froggy horde. If we get lucky, we can get a preemptive. Come on, turn around. Turn around. You're stuck. Preemptive strike. Nice. There's a lot of enemies here. I believe there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 enemies here. That is not who I meant to attack first. Bloodfang. Yeah, so if you're smarter than me and you get a blitz off on one of the Bloodfangs in the very beginning, you can actually take care of the majority of the Bloodfangs before they actually do anything in this fight. But they weren't too big of a deal for us. Just took 2 rounds of combat, and this guy's almost dead. There he goes. that fight would have been a lot longer had we not gotten a preemptive, so I'm glad we were able to do that. And if I remember correctly, we're going to be coming up against a behemoth here in a minute. I could be thinking of the behemoth from chapter 2 that we faced before we became a let's see. Nope, I'm not. Battle techniques tutorial. Yeah, we don't need to do that. We already know what we need to do. So let's go ahead and Libra this guy. He has a weakness to fire and water. Unfortunately, I still don't have a water attack. My bad. But yeah, this guy, I don't know if you saw it, but he just had a attack charging thing above his head that said 25%. We do not want that to get to 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Try Disaster right now. Try to get him staggered as fast as possible. Yeah, it's already at 50. But this guy is very strong. For a lot of people, this will be our first legitimate game over in the game. So just be aware that he is no joke. Cool, we got him staggered very well. And, magical attacks are ineffective. So just be aware of that. Let's go, wrong button. Let's go ahead and switch back up to our Relentless Assault. So that now that he's staggered, we can do a lot of physical damage. Because we will be doing a lot more physical damage with lightning than we will be doing magical damage. And he is down before he gets to 100%, which is very nice. And we got nothing up there, but we do have a little bit of a side path that we can go to, so let's go ahead and check that out.
Look at that. They're sending in cruisers.
And our side path is containing a Libra scope. Very well. That's basically something that we could pop. I forget if it's pre-battle or mid-battle, but it will give us a full Libra on whatever enemy we are facing. Which will be very nice for a couple of bosses later in the game.
Sweep team, form ranks.
They must be hunting down Purge survivors.
I hope everyone made it out okay.
So do I. But nowhere is safe for them now. Damn it. Just cause they shared a neighborhood with a foul sea. They get treated like post-tainted rats.
People really hate Pulse, don't they?
Not hate. More like fear. Tens of millions of people. All scared of Pulse boogeymen. They'd be shaking in their beds every night if they knew that Lassie like us were around.
But they purged that entire town.
It's crazy, I know. But the Sanctum Foul Sea did nothing to stop it. Up until now, Eden's always stepped in to correct their errors in judgment. Guess humans aren't worth the effort. Figure they'll let us just kill each other off.
The sea are not human.
Listen, you, that's enough. We're still alive. That's something.
What?
Where is it?
I don't know.
There! They're trying to trap the stragglers. We gotta get moving before we're caught in the net.
Alright, so after that little scene of internal crisis and understanding that shit's hitting the fan, let's go ahead and move down the pathway. And we have some new enemies up here. I mean, they're still human, so they're not really that difficult. But they are tougher. They are SciComm trackers. They are still pretty unremarkable though, so we don't need to waste a Libra on them. They should go down pretty fast. Not as fast as before because they are a little bit tougher, but still relatively fast. Yeah. It kind of bugs me that they still throw us up against humans like way later in the game, but I mean, I guess it makes sense because we are enemies of Cocoon, so they need to be doing their job. But we should be outclassing regular humans so fast in this game that it's a little weird when you go up against just random Ranger number 4 and they do enough damage to actually pose a serious threat. But anyway, here's a new enemy type. I believe these are Vespids in this game. Let's see what we're called. Oh no, these are the Watch Drones. If they happen to target one enemy or one of our party members continuously, they can be kind of difficult. Especially if that happens to be the party leader, because they can do quite a fair bit of damage pretty fast. So just watch who they're attacking, and be ready to switch to your heals as necessary. But they should go down pretty quick with some elemental damage. Yeah, they have a weakness to lightning and water. So we are able to take care of them pretty fast with our Tri-Diversity, or Tri-Disaster, whatever it was called. But they can hit like a truck if you let them. Okay. So let's go down our little side category. Not category, but path. And obtain some digital circuits, very nice. And then moving on up here,
Too bad that's all busted up.
we have some more humanoids to go up against. And we've already killed a couple of these guys, so we can see that they have 1,296 health. And pretty unremarkable. So just go ahead and treat them like any regular enemy. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and try disaster this next one. See if he goes down a bit faster. I mean, not really. But Saz is about to go down, so let's go ahead and heal him up a little bit. Didn't need to. Alright, so jump up on up here. I don't know why we have multiple paths that we can travel right there, but we do for some reason. Then jump on over here. And then we have two paths that we can travel right here. We have the left path right here, and we have the right path. Let's go ahead and travel the right path for right now.
You really have to go this way? I'm
too old for this.
Yes, we had to go this way, Saz, because this is the most direct route to this treasure chest, containing some paraffin oil. And then we also have this treasure chest right here, containing 50 gil. And then hoppity hop. And nope. This battle can be a little difficult because the turbo car is a little rough to take down. So let's go ahead and Libra him real quick to learn that he resists physical and magical attacks. So we want to get him staggered as fast as possible, but we also want to get the watch throw out of here as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and switch to Try Disaster. Stagger this guy and get him out of here. Switch back to Relentless Assault for our stagger gauge assistance. And then Thaumaturgy to keep us as healed up as we can. And stagger him. And yeah, now we know that his physical and magical resistance is low when staggered. So let's go ahead and switch to Try Disaster. Try to build that stagger gauge up as high as possible. Let's see if we can't get it up to about 700 before switching back over to Relentless Assault. Probably not. Let's go ahead and switch back over now, though. And now Lightning is going to be doing the most amount of damage that she could do, and everyone else will be doing a lot of damage as well. And we took care of him in our first stagger gauge, which is very nice, actually. And we get a digital circuit. And the game wants us to go this way. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit, see if there's anything back here that we might be missing. Which, of course, there is. And I believe that's the insulating cables that we just got right there. And is there anything up here? It doesn't look like it. However, guys, I'm not sure how much cutscenes I'm gonna need to be removing. Hopefully none. Hopefully copyright does not come to strike this video down. But on the off chance that it doesn't, this video is probably a little bit over an hour long right now, so I want to cut it here. I have also been noticing a little bit of frame stutter on my side, so I want to go ahead and basically reboot the game before I go any further, because I don't want this game to crash at all. So this is where we're going to be calling it for today. So this is going to be Famine52 signing out, and until next time, peace out.